As the elections inch closer, the race to win a seat keeps getting tighter, with all the candidates making sure they run their best campaign. But things look a little different when it comes to judicial races in Denton County, where only one Democrat is running against a Republican, while the rest of the seats are being retained by the Republicans uncontested. Matthew Eshba-Soha is a political science department chair at the University of North Texas and believes the Democrats aren't challenging the Republicans because they simply don't stand a chance.
Part of the motivation to run in an election is whether you have a chance to win. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy. If you have no chance at winning, what's the point of running?
Though Eshba-Soha believes that the Democrats are getting better at filling the seats compared to previous elections.
I would go back to previous elections and see if Democrats are fielding more candidates now than they had in past elections. And what I think you would find is not much different, but I think you would probably find a trend towards maybe a few less of these uncontested races.
Eshba-Soha says the judicial races are extremely important, but the downside of it is that it is very hard to find information on the candidates, and hence these races don't get a lot of attention. Diane Edmondson is a Republican County Commissioner for Denton County and thinks the Republicans are doing too good of a job to lose to the Democrats.
They know they can't win. The Democrat philosophy of legislating from the bench is antithesis to the Republican philosophy. Our judges are doing a very good job, and that's why they don't draw opponents. Sometimes they do, but very often they do not. And I think that speaks well to the quality of the judiciary here in Denton County.
Though Edmondson believes that there might come a time when the Democrats would be able to challenge them and hopes to hold that off. Diana Weitzel is the only Democrat who is challenging a Republican candidate in a district judicial race in Denton County, with the hope to grab a rare win after the incumbent, Jonathan Bailey, decided not to run for the re-election.
I've always wanted to be a judge ever since I started law school, and with the incumbent not running again, I thought my chances would increase since there isn't an incumbent. So, and also just because of everything that's going on in 2020 with all the elections, there is such a huge presence of Democratic candidates running in other areas, the House districts, senators, commissioners. There's just other ones that's going to help us, turn Texas blue.
With more families moving into Denton County, Weitzel believes the county is now changing. The early voting for the 2020 election starts October 13th and ends on October 30th.